You know those little quirks about yourself? The things that maybe make you feel a bit different, a little weird? What if they're not weird at all? What if they're actually signs that your mind is, well, it's just operating on another level entirely? Let's find out.
I mean, think about it. Has anyone ever called you too quiet in a group? Or maybe glanced at your desk and said, wow, it's kind of messy. Or my personal favorite, you're such an overthinker. These are just labels, right? But they almost always miss the real story going on underneath.
Yeah, where other people might see weirdness, psychology sees something completely different. It's like your brain has its own unique operating system. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to decode these habits. We'll pull back the curtain and look at the actual psychology behind them. And you'll see there's a hidden logic that most people just don't get.
All right, first step, let's talk about the rich inner world. This is all about what's really happening inside your head when things on the outside might look a little different.
Okay, let's start with a big one. Do you talk to yourself? Maybe not out loud in a crowd, but, quietly talking through a problem. It might feel a bit odd, but there is a seriously intelligent reason why you do it.
So in psychology, this has a name, verbal reasoning. And it's not weirdness, it's efficiency. When you turn those jumbled thoughts in your head into actual words, you're forcing them into order. You're organizing them. It helps you clarify your ideas, lock in your focus, and honestly, just solve problems way faster. It's a focus tool for your brain.
Okay, how about this one? Overthinking. Ugh. It's almost always used as a bad thing, right? But from a psychological standpoint, it's a sign of something incredible, cognitive complexity.
So what does that even mean? Well, it means your brain is probably what's called hyperconnected. It sees the big picture by default. You're not just looking at one piece of the puzzle, you're examining every single angle. You're running through all the possible consequences in a split second. And, this is a big one, you're questioning your own first instinct. That's called cognitive reflection. And this really gets to the heart of it. You just don't accept the easy surface-level answers. You can't. Your mind literally craves depth. It's not about being difficult. It's an intellectual hunger. And you know what? That craving for depth, it perfectly explains why so many intelligent people genuinely enjoy being alone. It's not that they're antisocial or don't like people. It's about protecting that thought flow. Solitude is like a charging station for a complex mind. Okay, so that's the inner world. Now, let's see how that affects how we act on the outside. This section is all about rejecting the superficial, about choosing real depth over just, putting on a performance. Let's be real. Small talk. For a deeply intelligent mind, it can feel physically draining. It's a social ritual just to fill the silence. But deep conversation, that's the complete opposite. It's energizing. It's about new ideas, finding meaning. It actually creates a genuine connection. It's like food for the brain instead of, junk food.
So if you hate the superficial, it brings up a pretty big question in today's world, right? Why do so many deep thinkers just avoid the social media circus? And the reasons for this are, well, they're completely psychological. It starts with validation. If you have a strong inner world, you don't need likes to feel worthy. You also fiercely protect your attention, and social media is designed to shatter it. You see past the digital illusion, that constant stream of perfect lives that just makes everyone compare themselves. Instead, you value real, authentic connections. And maybe most importantly, you want to maintain your cognitive independence, to think for yourself away from the herd. And this mindset doesn't just stop at social media. Think about something like birthdays. For some, treating it like any other day isn't about being a party pooper. It's about valuing genuine connection over a forced ritual. A really great, deep conversation on a random Tuesday can mean so much more than a party you're supposed to have.
All right, on to our third section, the method in the madness. This is where we uncover the hidden logic behind habits that look, well, a little chaotic from the outside. The messy desk. We've all been told that a messy space means a messy mind. But what if that's completely wrong? What if for some people, it's actually a sign of intense focus? There's a term for this too, selective organization. A highly intelligent mind is brilliant at prioritizing its energy. So, why would you waste precious cognitive fuel on organizing papers on a desk when your mind is busy organizing a complex system of ideas? What looks like chaos to someone else is actually a sign of incredible mental efficiency.
But here's a paradox that trips a lot of people up.
If these minds are so smart and so capable, why are they often so filled with self-doubt?
This chart shows it perfectly. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect. Look on the left. People with low ability often have sky-high confidence. Why? Because they don't know enough to even realize how much they don't know. But now, look at the right. High-ability people are so aware of all the complexities and nuances that they're way more likely to see the gaps in their own knowledge, so their perceived skill is often lower than their actual skill.
And this is so important. This isn't just self-doubt. This is intellectual humility. It's knowing what you don't know. And that awareness, that is the engine for growth. It's what keeps you curious and keeps you learning.
So, all of this leads us right here, to our final and most important section, your brain's unique wiring. It's time to start embracing your own personal operating system.
So what can you do with all this? 3 simple things. First, reframe your habits. That's not overthinking, it's cognitive complexity. That's not a messy desk, it's selective organization. See them as the tools they are. Second, seek depth over approval. Trust that need you have for real, meaningful connections. And third, and this is a big one, protect your inner world. That solitude you crave, that's where your best ideas are born. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about it.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to think about. In a world that's so quick to slap a label on everything, what brilliance are we overlooking every single day just by judging a mind by its surface? What amazing potential is hiding right there behind a quiet personality or a cluttered desk?